Remember to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update from First Cry Parenting.
Breastfeeding with small breasts, concerns and tips. Bringing a life into this world is not easy, and as a new mother, you should be proud of yourself for giving birth to your bundle of joy. But like every new mother, you must be having certain doubts or questions regarding breastfeeding your baby, more so if you have small breasts. You may feel that if you have smaller breasts, you won't be able to nurse your baby for a long time. But should you let your breast size come in the way of enjoying the motherhood and nursing phase? Maybe not. Does breast size matter when breastfeeding? The simple answer is no. The size of your breast won't affect your ability to breastfeed your baby in any way. You must know that having smaller breasts means that you have a smaller amount of fat in your breasts and not that you have less milk-making tissue. Do small breasts make enough breast milk? The tissues that produce breast milk are released only after the woman gets pregnant, which causes an increase in size. Therefore, the size of the breasts does not indicate the milk-making capabilities in any way. So you will be sure to make the required amount of milk for your baby regardless of the size of your breasts. How often to breastfeed with small breasts? If you have smaller breasts, you should try to feed your child more often. You can choose to feed him on demand rather than setting timings for breastfeeding him. Even if you need to feed him every hour, do it because that way your child will get adequate amounts of milk. Tips for breastfeeding with small breasts. Tip number 1. Speak out to your doctor about your concerns in this matter. She will be able to help you and put your mind at ease. Tip number 2. You can try using the V-hold rather than the C-hold, as the C-hold was designed for larger breasts. Do keep your hands out of the latch, though. Tip number 3. Ensure that you feed your child at least 3 times a day and help him latch on correctly. Tip number 4. Use both breasts while breastfeeding. It will help the baby get more milk while feeding. Tip number 5. Check whether your baby is getting enough breast milk, and always keep an eye on his wet diapers. Tip number 6. Always take him to the doctor for the scheduled appointments, as it can reassure you that he is growing fine. The doctor keeps track of your child's growth, and if he gains weight consistently, it is an indication that you are feeding him enough. Tip number 7. You can also join a support group of similar women for advice and help on those simple doubts you have. Tip number 8. If you ever have any worries, call the doctor and talk to her about your problem. Small breasts do not indicate the inability to breastfeed. It simply means that you have less fat on your breasts. However, you need to monitor your milk production with the doctor's help to ensure that your child is getting enough milk while feeding.